What's the deal?
State Farm tow service is on their way. My nephew's coming to get my grandpa and take him home. So yeah, this engine, something's wrong because the engine will just not crank. So the battery's dead, the starter's smoked. Day 4 of this epic motorhome trip.
No, day 1.
Oh, yeah, I missed that. I just woke up. I don't know where I'm at.
So we did sneak in 135 miles last night. So day 1 with a little bit of a kicker.
It knocks the edge off of it.
Oh yeah. How you feeling so far?
I'm feeling good, man. I sleep good in this every time. I love this thing. Only thing is slow speeds going down the highway. We're going 65. Wow! It takes a little bit getting used to it after a while, but yeah, I'm stoked. I'm happy.
It's performing pretty good so far.
Yeah, we didn't burn any oil. We used half tank of gas, 135 miles. So
All right.
got 500 to go. So
Love it.
good stuff.
Next
Waffle
stop.
House, here we come.
Yeah, I was gonna say next stop, Waffle House.
We're coming for you.
This is a all too common sight in this big rig, isn't it?
Yeah, you're going to be pumping a lot of fuel through it. Hopefully Biden opened up those reserves because we're about to start using them.
We're gonna make a dent in the old.
Well, we had 2 fuel stops. One there,
Oh yeah.
one here.
Now this is an absolute must for any road trip. Best place ever.
Oh, absolutely.
Waffle House, where it's at.
Oh, yeah. We're going to kill a couple hundreds on this. It's a thirsty pig.
Well, we're trying to weigh this thing if we can get the app to work.
Yeah. So we're going to put this thing to rest. I think this thing weighs 9,280 pounds.
I guess 9,300. We just happened to guess pretty close. So hopefully it's over 90.
So we're going to find out what this thing weighs. Ice chests are full. We got a set of bikes on the back. Got an Apple.
Full tank of gas.
Full tank of gas. I don't know how much oil's in it. We started it full, but let's see what this bad boy can do.
Probably. I wonder how this works.
I've never done this before. I saw that $31.99. I was like, there's no way. It says weigh and pay with your smartphone.
That's what I'm trying.
Okay. I'll turn it around and it'll show us what it says. So show them what it is, Matt.
I cannot believe it.
This is with 2 grown-ass men in here, too. So say 9280.
9280.
I was pretty close. Man, 9,280 pounds.
Wow.
That's just about fully loaded, too.
Yeah.
With everything we need. And we're getting 9.5, 10 miles to the gallon. No LS swap. No, I mean, it's cruising 65. I mean, it still needs some work, but 9280, that's a lot of weight, man. Let's venture on.
Rolling into Lake Village, Arkansas, getting ready to cross the Mississippi River.
Mississippi River.
There's a tornado went through this town of Rolling Fork and destroyed it. Well, it's almost 2.5 months ago. Well, a month and a half ago when I came down here earlier, we drove through, this place was still messed up, but it's looking a little bit better. Like there were trees stacked on the side right here. It was pretty rough. Dude, what's it now to do? It's looking a lot better. They were holding some giant trees out of here.
That'd be rough, man.
Oh man, yeah, this is way nicer than what it was. They got it picked up. Yeah, look at there. All right, so we took a break here. We had to pull over and motorhome surprisingly doesn't need anything, but we stopped this place here in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and it's a little barbecue place on the side of, and I can't remember what highway this is, but yeah, it's a pretty cool little spot. They got whatever that game is. Matt said the name of it earlier, but I can't remember. But yeah, man, it's some pretty good ribs that we just ate. So we're gonna hit the road and get back trucking. So pretty cool little step side, long wheelbase step side Chevy pickup. But yeah, we got 88 miles till we get to Brookhaven, Mississippi. So now I know you can find this pretty odd, but what I like to do after we've been cruising a while, especially in the hot weather, now there isn't anything wrong with it yet, I always raise the hood on it because these engines get hotter when you shut them off, and it's every bit of 85 degrees here, pretty humid. But what I do is I raise this hood, especially if I'm going to let it sit for a minute or two, because all that heat's going to boil up and get in the doghouse where this engine is. So I just like to let that heat out. So you know, if I stop and get gas or whatever, I'll just raise the hood and let it set for a minute and let that heat boil out of there. Is it necessary? No, probably not necessary, but I feel better doing that. So I think that's a pretty neat little tip on these vans and stuff and motorhomes, but I doubt anyone would do it. So, but yeah, if you see the hood up, that's just what I do. So.
Ready to go. We made it.
Yeah, finally, man. These people are so nice at this place, man. It's unbelievable how nice this is, man.
Yeah, we just met one of the guys that ran it.
Yeah, dude.
Super cool guy.
20 minutes BSing, like.
Found us a place, called the restaurant, made sure they were cooking crawfish.
Yeah, man. Like,
that's
I
unreal.
like coming down here.
Super nice
The
people.
hospitality is second to none. And then this little dog, this is a cool little dog. What you doing, pupper dog? What you doing? What you doing? You just acting better than any dogs around my house. Holy crap.
Yeah, very cool. And cool pine trees too.
He's a good dog. Oh yeah. You're just a pup, aren't you?
All right, we're taking a break because I think Corey's just being nice to me. But look at this. It is very hot.
This is our first hot day we've experienced since last summer.
But man, look at this
It's
view.
raining and nasty up there where we're from and been pretty cool. And this is hot and sticky. I bet it's 90 degrees out here. And it's humid as you can imagine it.
That is so cool.
But yeah, beautiful. It's neat how they just go straight up.
These trails are fun though.
Man, that is a good trail. I like it. Oh. That is, I mean, the handlebars are like this far from some of the trees. Like a big banana snake or whatever. Check that out.
Oh yeah.
He's smelling too. This is the first snake we've come across on a bike trip. That's pretty cool.
He is pretty good size. Did you have to swerve to miss him?
No, I just kind of popped over him. I didn't want to run him over.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I like it.
Did you hit that berm?
No, I had to bail off. I didn't have enough speed.
Cool.
Cool.
Oh man, the good life. Just drinking beers and riding bikes, but some bars you will find a little bit of a buffet. There's got to be a Whataburger somewhere. Pretty clean little MG. Looks to be local. I hated to turn the volume down on this one, but they sounded really good for an outdoor live show. The J.B. Elston Band. Look them up.
Corey saw somebody on the side of the road with a flat, so we figured we'd stop and see if they need any help.
I've been listening to guys about your age and he's got a flat on his hand. Yeah.
Can't help. It's a good jack.
Yeah, I think it's a really good jack.
So luckily the spare was aired up for these folks. I think the lady was like 92 and he was like 88 and his hand was broken. So I don't know if they'd ever got that fixed, but luckily his original spare on this like 95, 96 Ford van was still aired up. And then he had a jack that looked like it was probably bought brand new with the van, never been opened. So we got that out there, and luckily that tire had just enough air to make it to a service station down the road, probably 4 miles away. So luckily we got that fixed for them, and they headed on, and we got to meet some nice people.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the videos, didn't I? Yeah, we got them on their way.
Yep.
We're gonna have to get some air in that spare though.
He was 80 and she was 90.
Oh my goodness.
And they're back on the road.
Now we gotta whip this thing around and head back to Tulsa.
All right. We've made it to O'Reilly. What are we doing here?
So it started stumbling and running kind of rough. So I've got an alternator, but I don't have a fuel pump or a module for the distributor because I used it on something else. So it seems to be running just fine, but I don't know. It just started stumbling a little bit, so we're going to put some heat in the gas tank too because it may got some bad gas. I don't know. But so far it's been doing okay.
So we made it from O'Reilly, Texas Roadhouse. It was okay. I would not advise it. Now, carburetor was loose.
Yeah. May not totally know the whole story. And with that engine wound up like it is, man, it makes it kind of hard to keep everything tight. Like an old Harley Davidson, I guess you gotta keep tightening it up all the time. But the worst part is this doghouse. Probably needs to come off and go over some things, but I do not feel like taking that off right now.
How loose were they?
Yeah, I just put a turn on that one. Not super loose, but like loose enough to make a difference. Or I would think anyways. And I can't get to this one at all with that air clean and stuff on it. So we're just gonna have to send it.
Cross your fingers, hope for the best.
Yep. On
All right.
the road again.
It just died.
And I don't know. It was weird. It died, but it was like it's running, but it was grinding the starter. For some reason, it's kind of weird. Sounds great though.
Yeah.
I think it's just that fuel pump that's dying out on it. I think it's when you get a load on it. Keep trucking.
Okay. Almost home.
Watch, I'll put it in neutral. So it was still running when I did that last time.
It's just cutting out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not wanting to run at all right here. It's like when you stop, it's good. It's when you go to a dead stop.
Yeah, when you make a dead stop and try to take off.
That's weird.
Get going again. It feels like it's surging a little bit.
Down the highway now.
Just keep the hammer down.
I guess so. Hurdle number 1, we're going to go around this loop. Do I use 2 feet or just 1? Let's see what it does.
Pay again?
Huh?
Gotta pay again?
Do I got to play again?
No.
Oh, we're off the turnpike. We're on the V8 now. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting ready to get on I-44. But I'm worried about the slowdown and trying to pick back up here. See, listen. Something sounded weird right there. Yep, there we go again. Let's see what it does. I'll keep my foot in that same spot.
Is it dead completely?
Might be dead now.
Come on. Come on, start back up. This is a bad spot right here. We got a car right behind us.
Take your glasses off.
I can't. Okay, hold on. We got to make this happen quick. We got the jump box.
Well, it did quit us right up there on the on ramp, and we held traffic up for a while till they finally made it around us. And then we rolled backwards into the median mostly. Hopefully somebody doesn't come down here, swipe us, come from there and swipe us. I put a little flashing light, try to save some battery.
I have to say that was probably the roughest drill I've had. Look at this. We have all it dies in between the retaining walls.
Yeah.
On a hill. So hold on, I'm gonna try to see if it's there.
I think we ought to let it cool some more. Come on, baby. 11 miles.
I know, 11 miles from our destination. 1,400-mile round trip.
We went 1,400 miles in 4 days. And 11 miles from the house.
11 miles.
We call a tow truck.
Yeah. And this thing leaves us stranded in the worst possible spot.
Right between two walls.
Yeah.
On an on-ramp of the highway. Cars stacked up behind us. They had inches to finally go around us.
And they did. Some of them did it at like 20 miles an hour. It was crazy. Just crazy. And then the skateboarding it back down the hill, that was pretty rough when you can't see around this thing.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. What a day.
Yeah.
It's now tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, it is tomorrow, yeah. Yeah. I'm glad it did it here, though, instead of 1,000 miles ago. So,
I've got to be at work in 4.5 hours.
yeah.
Do you?
No. I gotta be working at 3 o'clock tomorrow evening. But it isn't gonna make life any easier.
So, starter smoked.
Yeah. So either it's overheated. I was thinking it had a fuel issue, but I'm starting to think maybe it got hot and the factory gauge wasn't reading it, because like the only way this thing's running good was 65 miles an hour with it buzzed up to, I don't know, over 3,000 RPMs. And then when we would stop, you could feel it was running a little bit rough and it wouldn't accelerate. So I'm starting to think it might have got hot. So I don't know. Like I said, I won't know till I get it home, put a battery charger on it, start doing some testing and see what's going on. Everything's hot and heat soaked. So yeah, at this point we just got to get it home, you know. So, oh crap. Hello? Oh man.
What?
Just missed the phone call. Calling back. Yeah, my name's Corey. I just missed a call from you. Yes, sir. I'm on the side of the, kind of like the on-ramp when you get off the BA to get on I-44. You'll go around that loop right there as you're coming up the hill to like 41st and Sheridan, where we've coasted back down that hill and we're up on a median. You kind of can't miss it. Yeah, trying to get on 44 like you're going towards Yale and Harvard and all that kind of stuff. So there it is, guys. We made it all that way for the mobile traveler to be winched up on there. Sometimes you can't win it. Can't win every time. So got Connor to take my grandpa Matt home, and now I'm gonna catch a ride home with this guy. It's closed. I need a rollback's what I need. Good morning, everybody. It's next morning. The fiasco is over that we ran into last night. The towing company got it home. So I was been thinking a little bit about this, what could have been wrong. And I noticed last night that the fan clutch is just free spinning. It's not doing anything, man. That could be from like this engine spinning at a lot of RPMs or whatever. But I think it completely cooked like the starter. And that's just because that situation we were in. That was probably the worst breakdown I've ever had. And it wasn't anything to do with the car. Wasn't anything to do with us or anything. It was how dangerous. It was probably the worst spot. And just how people, nobody thinks about anybody else anymore. Kind of like when we helped those older folks earlier, people weren't getting over. There's just a total disregard for human life and all that kind of stuff in society. I mean, it makes me sick to my stomach, actually. It was just sickening how, I don't even know, I can't say what I want to say about a lot of what happened last night, but like, it was ridiculous. I wouldn't treat anybody else like that. So, you know, a lot of people would, and I was even thinking about it. I said, man, I'm so glad my family was, I'm glad it happened, you know, when I was with the guys, you know, and, but yeah, nobody helped us at all. No, and really all we needed was somebody just to drag the motorhome back off the road or whatever. But like, yeah, and then I'm serious, there was one car that passed us while we were trying to roll back down the hill, probably going 50 miles an hour, 6 inches from the side of it. Like, if one of us had been standing there, one of us would have got killed. And that was just totally uncalled for. So, and it 2030, there was even a gas tanker that drove by when the tow truck was pulling this thing up on there that blared on his horn, and he was probably going 50 or 60. We were off the road. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, it was unbelievable, man. And it's just, I don't know what to say about that. But anyways, moving on. I think it's got a starter solenoid. I'll show you here real quick. So this thing's got like a Ford style starter solenoid, and you can see on this side right here that thing is, the post is getting ready to fall out. It just overheated it. But I've got some weird, that almost looks like speaker wire. But I'm gonna change all these cables out. I'm gonna pull this battery and charge it because it's dead. And for some reason, I don't know why, but it's like the distributor might have came loose, and it's got a lot of advance in it, but I really think it's got a long cable on it that's pulling a lot of amperage. And but the fan is just, I'm really starting to think maybe I overheated it, but I'm not for sure. But I've got to do that, I got to get the thing to start and run first. So I'm gonna charge that battery, run down and pick up a new solenoid because that thing's pretty fried. And then hopefully this thing will fire up enough where I can get it close to the garage. But yeah, for some reason, I don't know. And it was when it was going on the highway, it was good. But when I would stop or slow down, it was chugging like it was trying to run out of gas. But usually when I've had them overheat, they puke antifreeze, or they like really were low on power. And this thing, it ran great. Like, I mean, I could run 65, 70. We got up to like 75 one time because I had floored it and it was just moving out good. So it's kind of a weird problem. But yeah, we're gonna get that. But yeah, I don't know.
Thanks for watching, guys.